studio owners, this is Ash coming at you from Bloom Studio Coaching, and today I wanted to talk to you about how to start a dance studio with zero money. That's right, zero. It is possible. So here's what I would suggest for that. First of all, look for a community center or a school or a church or just somewhere that has some open space. I started in community centers and it was the best thing that I did for my studios. So the first reason to do this is that they advertise for you. That's great. So you don't really have to put any money out to get the word out. They have usually their own programs that they send out. Community centers do for sure. And then if you're in a school or a church or somewhere like that, you can ask to put your information in their flyers, hand them out to their youths, newsletters, and you can create these quite easily on Canva, make them look beautiful, and print them off for free. So this is a great option to start with. The other thing is that these places, they provide space for you, right? So usually there is no deposit or it's a very, very low deposit. So you don't have to put any money out initially to get started. And you can even negotiate that if they do have a deposit, you can negotiate to give them the deposit after your first month. So you can get yourself going, you can get some students through the door, you can start some classes and then give them the deposit. So again, you don't have to put any money out initially to be able to do that. The other great option the other thing about this option is you get to test your market. And let me tell you, testing your market is the number one thing that you can do to continue your success moving forward before you go into leasing a space. So by testing the market, you can see what ages are popular, how many kids are coming in, all of the good things that you need to be able to take that first step before leasing a space. So like I said, this was the best thing that I did to grow from 0 to 3 studios. Was each community that I went into, I went and I tested the market in a community center or a space that was there. And then my first studio, once we outgrew that space, so in other words, I had so many students that the community center couldn't give me any more time to expand my schedule, then I knew like, hey, this is really popular. I'm getting more students in. I've been able to test some things. I know what ages, what times, and I have a sense for what the community is like. So from there, I was able to go and actually look for a space to lease. And with having this time in a community center, which for me it was 2 years, I believe, might have been 3, but in that time I was able to build a business plan. I was able to build some financials so that I was then able to, when I was able to find this great space, I was then able to go to financing and be able to get that little bit of money to be able to start my own studio in an actual studio space. And the other trick to that is I did not do traditional financing. I only have done traditional financing ever, which is once. And maybe that will be another video to give you some details on how to get financing without necessarily going to the bank. But because I had these things lined up, I had the business plan, I had the experience of a couple of years, I had the financials to show that I was making money, taking that next step into a lease was very easy. Not only that, once my new studio space was built, I was able to bring those students along with me, right? So I was able to find the community center within the community that I wanted to start the studio. I then went and found some space that was priced right, was still in the same location or a close location so that those clients didn't have very far to transition from. They had already built a relationship with me and what I was giving, what I was teaching, how things were going to progress from there. And from there, voila, opened the official studio, and I had those clients already with me, and that was an easy transition into paying a lease and being, like I said, quote unquote official. So test your market, find some really cheap open space, and again, it might not be your perfect bars and floors and all of those great things, but at least you'll be able to test the market. And that is my number one way to start a dance studio with no money.